So hi guys, so let me take you with me in Sydney, Australia and New Zealand. But first off, New Zealand. We had a little stop over here in Sydney, Australia, and this was our breakfast, which was so delicious. And now we're heading off to Wellington, New Zealand. In here, we walked around the streets of Wellington or Windy Wellington. This is actually the capital of New Zealand and it encompasses of a waterfront promenade, sandy beaches, and working harbor. May pa-photo shoot pa ako but next stop is Museum of Wellington Te Papa Tongarewa. Since this was created after merging the National Museum and National Art Gallery, there were lots of interactive activities and artworks as well, like this. Let's share the love, guys! Since New Zealand is really well known when it comes to beef, burgers are a must-try. Titigil muna ako sa pagdadaldal and let's just appreciate the beauty of New Zealand.
Our dreams on the horizon, our fears leave them behind us now.
And those were just giraffes. Sadly, in this zoo, there weren't any kangaroos or koalas around, but I was still happy to see giraffes and otters in here. And now we're off to Mount Ruapehu! Alam niyo ba, nag-selfie lang ako dito para makita niyo naman yung mukha ko kasi wala naman talaga mag-video sa akin. But on our way there, marami pa kayong pwedeng puntahan like the Hobbiton in Mata Mata. So magpapakyut muna ako dito. And then, it is really true na mas maraming baka kaysa sa mga tao sa New Zealand. But now, here we are in the Hobbiton movie set, Mata Mata, New Zealand. So, enjoy the scene, guys, and geek out over all the things that are included in the movie itself. Now we are in Redwoods Forest, Waka Waka. I can't pronounce it. I'm really sorry.
The wild is calling. The wild is calling now. The wild is calling. There's no time, no time. Oh, the wild is calling. The wild.
Here we are in the Skyline Rotorua Ferry Springs. We actually rode the luge. It's like sleighing but on land, and we actually rode the sky cable, joke lang, cable car. So ayan. So here, this is the view of everything. It's amazing. It looks nice and the food is really great. So I recommend everyone to have a fancy dinner over here. Let's get educational. This is the Rotorua Museum Government Gardens. Sadly, it wasn't open when we were there. And so we went here to Huka Falls, Taupu. The view here is amazing. It's just cold because of the river, but it is awesome. But now we are here on our way to the real mountain of Ruapehu. So a little story for you guys. We actually arrived late in here, so we had to stay in one of the lodges, and it was one of the best experiences and things that has happened. It actually began snowing, and this was the first time that I experienced snow, and this is the experience that was so memorable for me. And this was like the only time that I was grateful for being late, and I'm so thankful for everything because everything's so beautiful, and this is such an experience that I am going to treasure all my life. Kahit no moment na nahulog ako dito.
I wanna get to know you on a road trip to California. We can head out west.
naawa talaga ako sa sarili ko. Napagod talaga ako kakatumbling dito pababa ng mountain na yun. It was my first time, so ganda. Hulog-hulog ako doon. So after that wonderful time in the snow, we now head on to Australia for a week of exploring. So hindi kami nagsawa at pumunta pa rin kami sa Snowy Mountain. Since it's also winter in Australia, we went here to experience the snow naman in Australia. The difference between this mountain and Mount Ruaperu is that we weren't on the mountain, I think. It was hotter here, but maybe because we arrived at like 12 noon, but it was still a great experience. And right now we are in one of the cities here in Sydney, Australia, and as you can see, that is the selfie queen, my mom, plus my Anello model as well. And as you can see, in front of her is actually the Opera House, and that is the most famous Harbour Bridge, and we actually ate around here and then we took a lot of pictures and it was amazing. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, but Australia is also known for their coffee, IDK, but their coffee is bomb. And now we're in another mountain. So we are here in Blue Mountain National Park. So as you can see, there's a lot of greeneries and everything, and we didn't expect, but it was so cold in here. And now you can see the Three Sisters over there. But it was so cold, it was freezing. I had to buy a bonnet because it was windy and it was cold and I can't. Okay. Sabi ko sa inyo, sobrang windy talaga, like super, like my nose were like sobrang red. And the selfie queens. Balik naman tayo dito sa syudad, and this is actually the Sydney Town Hall, and I think I spent less than a week in Australia because I had to go home in the Philippines because I had school, but it was still a great experience nonetheless. And I would like to thank you everyone for watching this 8-minute vlog, and I pray that your 2020 will be amazing.